Hi, I'm Steph and I'm in the middle of nowhere and I am here to test out my Haven tent. Now this is a tent that is basically a hammock that can go between trees, and there's plenty of trees where I am. It's a great location, but I wanted to test out this new hammock stand. So there's sometimes places don't have trees or you can't put the hammock on trees. So I wanted to try out a portable stand. So that's what I have here. This is the ENO Nomad Hammock stand, and this is one of the 3 that the Haven Tent brand recommends to use to hang the Haven tent. So I just got this and I've only set it up once, so this is my first time setting it up outside. And the first step is you set up the 2 sides. So this is one of the sides and it's very straightforward. The poles just fit in really easily, just like a tent would. And at the bottom there is a little clasp that you bring together and that secures everything. So this one's set up, and now I'm going to go ahead and set up the second one. This whole thing weighs about 15 pounds, so it's not the heaviest, but it's also not the lightest. So this is definitely something I would use if I was doing some car camping, and I probably won't take it in my kayak when I do kayak camping. So now both of these are set up. In the middle section is this big long pole that I'm going to set up, and it fits into the pieces on the side that are hanging down. It just fits right into there, and I'll show you a little bit close up in a second. And you do want to make sure that the hooks on the little hangers here are facing towards you, because that's where a hammock will attach to. So here you can see it just slips on to this hanging piece and you're ready to go. It does come with 8 stakes to stake down each corner of the side stands, and I'm putting 2 in right now just to kind of get an idea. You can see a little bit closer up of that middle section where it clasps together. And now I'm getting out my Haven tent. So I actually had taken apart a couple pieces. So this is the mosquito netting and the rain fly, and here is the tent itself. So this stand is made for hammocks, pretty much traditional hammocks, but again, this works with the Haven tent, which is a lay flat hammock. And in my Haven tent, I set it up first, and then I put in the 2 side pieces that makes it go a little bit flatter. And then what makes the Haven tent really the perfect lay flat tent is the sleeping pad that they built to work perfectly with the Haven tent. And I have a power pump that I am using to blow up the mattress right here. And here it is all set up. Again, it doesn't have the rain fly or the mosquito netting attached because, you know, I'm just testing it out. So it's in place, and now I'm just going to have a seat. You can see it does hang a little low on the ground. So I'm pretty close to the ground, but I'm not on the ground. And so I still get that perfect feeling of being suspended and having a great night's sleep in a hammock. And you can see I'm just rocking back and forth here. So when I rock, I do seem to go past the edges a little bit. So ENO actually makes a kind of a cover for the hammock stand. And I would like to get that, but I don't think it would work perfect with this hammock. So I haven't purchased that. I might in the future just to test it out, but right now I'm happy with just having the stand. Now I actually wanted to try putting the rain fly over the top of the stand. It normally goes just right over the hammock, but I wanted to try putting over the stand. And I also wanted to try propping it up with trekking poles, so that's what I'm doing right here, and I'm using my gal lines to secure it. And it worked really well. It's super cute. I didn't do anything with the back flap of the rain fly, so I'm now going to attach that one to a tree and then the other to the ground. This is not ideal because if it was raining, it would kind of just pool in the middle, so I would definitely have attached the boat to the ground so there's a little slope for rain to go down. I was just kind of doing this for testing purposes, and it looks a little wonky, but I would do it differently if I knew there was going to be rain. And then I tested it out again, and it's nice. It's very comfortable. I don't feel like I'm too low to the ground. I don't feel like I'm not secure. I feel just as secure as I do with 2 trees, so I think this stand works great. And it's really easy to disassemble, so I'm just taking down the rain fly first, and then I am taking down the Haven tent, putting it all in its bag. And now I start by taking down the pole in the middle. And the bag that comes with the stand actually works really well. It has little pockets inside of it where each item goes. and even a place for the tent stakes. So it's really well designed. So the bag and the product is really well designed. So I think this is, and it's kind of fail proof. Like there's really not a lot to putting it together. You can't really mess it up. It's fairly easy. And it's a sign of a good product when you can get it back in the bag. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes with tents, you can't get them back. This fits easily back in the bag and it zips up really nicely. And that's it. It's all ready for its next adventure.